Happy day, YouTube. My name is John, and this is my channel, The Intermancer. The last video I made was another one where my current setup, apparently sometimes the video just doesn't work on my iPad. My laptop. So it's a wash. It was a great video too, because continuing on from the theme of the previous two videos, where I described a new feature and then had it implemented on the back end. I then had it implemented on the front end, and it went pretty well. There were a few hiccups with some of the labels not being visible all the time, but we got through that pretty quick. And so now, for this episode, I'm at the point where my goal is to run an experiment with the pause cycles and get a heap dump at every pause cycle, and then analyze those heap dumps to try to figure out where my memory leak is. And I'm going to do that with AI. So the first thing I need to do is ask how to get a heap dump. I know what a heap dump is. I've gotten them before, but I don't remember the command. It's been several years since I've had to get a heap dump. I am using IntelliJ. The best way to get a heap dump of running server. Huh, interesting. Okay. Okay, that option number one, using IntelliJ's built-in profiler looks nice, but it's a snapshot. And what I want to do, what I've got in my mind, is to get several heap dumps and to tell the AI I've got all these heap dumps, analyze them, and tell me which memory objects, using this code, and point it to the heap dumps and the code and say which object is growing. Okay, so it's recommending option one. I think I'll be using option two because I want to analyze several heap dumps to try to identify a memory leak. Okay. So then, what we're going to do is first we're going to start up the back end. Okay, then we're going to start at the front end. And we're going to hit the front end. Incidentally, I'm halfway through my $20 investment on OpenCode. So OpenCode so far has been a pretty good deal for me, but I'm not using it a lot. I mean, I make these videos once, twice a week. Okay. Now we're going to go back here, and in a new terminal window, I'm going to look at these directions. JPS -L. So it looks like this 2897 is the one I want. Heap dumps. All right, did one. Now I'm gonna start an experiment. So I dumped heap dump 0. So 0 before anything. I'm gonna pause this, save the configuration, start an experiment. Let's run 250. I'm gonna label these after the number of executions. Okay, one more experiment cycle should finish it. Or one more run should finish it. Done. Okay. I have created several heap dumps in the heap dumps directory. They are all named dump xxx.hprof, where xxx is the number of experiment cycles that were run for the dump. The first one is dump 0.hprof, and it was run before the experiment started. The last one is dump 50hprof and was run at the end of the experiment. Analyze. So my first run at this, I'm just going to just throw caution to the wind and ask the agent to analyze the heap dumps. I'm not going to ask it how it analyzes heap dumps. Analyze the heap dumps and identify my memory leak. Let me say, I have a memory leak in the system. When I run more than 2,000 experiment cycles, I get an out of memory exception. I introduced the pause feature to help identify the memory leak. Heap dump was created. All right, let's see what it does. Oh. Okay. It did a weird scrolling thing, so I thought it was just quickly giving me advice to do what I asked it to do, but no, it's doing it. So first it's analyzing everything that I wanted, all the instructions I gave it. Seems to be thinking for a long time here without doing anything. Display mode. It's waiting. Going on, you? Is Claude down or something? I'm going to give it some time because when I first tried Gemini, I remember I would wait like 5 minutes for it to do anything. Come on, Claude. Okay, let's click the stop button. Okay. I don't know what was going on. It got hung. I keep saying, let me try a different approach. Let me try a different approach. So if it, found it. Look at line 16 in scoredorganisms.java. Okay. So it's got something for me to look at when it's done generating. Good. Found it. A lot of times it says it found something and didn't really find it. You can't trust or at least I really like Claude Sonnet 4.5. I really like it, but you can't trust it when it says it finds a problem. A lot of times it finds a problem and you say, great, do that. Like, because I don't have a lot of experience in the front end, not nearly as much on the back end. So with this last session, the one I didn't have, when I'm debugging a problem on the front end, I have to really trust the AI. And so I kept saying, well, here's my problem. And it said, let me look at your code. Oh, found it. Here's the problem. Fix this. Okay, do that. Okay, run it. Problem's still there. No, your problem's still there. Oh, you're right. The problem's still there. Found it. And it was still there. It took like 4 cycles, maybe 3 cycles of me telling it was still there before it finally fixed everything. But it eventually did. So it says it found it, so let's read what it says here. Scored. So it's saying that my scored organism repository is storing the full scored organism, and it's doing it twice in the ordered map and the organism map, and that's a problem. But it's supposed to be constrained to 200 organisms. Okay. The scored organism repository is supposed to only hold 200 organisms. Hold as many organisms as configured. The experiment configuration. Is that not being enforced? Okay, so let me check the repository. But wait, let me check the. Let's see. Look at lines 159, 196. They call organism. When organisms every evaluates. Oh, I'm 59. Okay. So evaluate children. Yes. Extract the organism, line 57. Line 59. Evaluate children. Okay. But this different organisms. Where does it say different organisms? Basic organism breeder.
Even if a child organism is discarded, not its chromosomes are still referenced. Line 52. Get. Yes. Okay, so it's saying that there's a problem because when I'm breeding, I'm not copying chromosomes, and I could have sworn at some point I went through extensive effort to make sure I was copying chromosomes. So this seems like a bug. I'm blaming the AI for this one, although I let it go on. Ultimately, I'm responsible. So let's see if it fixes it. Okay, that's a reasonable diagnosis for the test failing. Now the real test will be, once I get to the end of this, restart the front end, back end server, the front end server, and then run an experiment with 2,500 cycles. I think I was failing consistently at 2,500 cycles. If 2,500 passes, we'll try 3,000. No. I don't want to do that myself. All right, restart the back end. That's done. Restart the front end. That's done. Go to the front end. We don't need to pause this. Let's see run. Seems to be going at a good clip, not slowing down. Oh, wow. It ran. Okay. Now, at this point, knowing there's a memory leak and I know that I've got these repos, I don't trust the cleanup. I don't trust that I'm cleaning everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and stop everything. This is probably overkill on my part. I'm going to stop everything, restart everything,
and then run a new experiment with 3,500 cycles. Assuming that passes, I will push the code. Let's see you go, bad boy. All right. And it just keeps running. It's not slowing down like it did before. It's good. We got to 2,500 before. Okay, it seems like it's slowing down a little bit. Slowing down a lot. Okay. No out of memory exceptions yet. This is just taking longer for the cycles to run. Out of memory. Okay. It seems like it went longer this time, but it still hit it. Do I stop here? I think I should stop here. I think I should stop my video here. Where do my... Okay, so I can come back to this chat later, even when I restart. I'm gonna stop it for now. I think we made good progress. Just getting the heap dumps and everything was a good step, and starting the analysis was a good step. It didn't fix the problem, but we'll look at it. We'll continue to make progress next time. Thank you for your time.